Well, hello and happy Monday. Today is May 5th, 2025. It is Monday. It is Cinco de Mayo. And so happy holiday. All right. So I wanted to I wanted to look at this article. Like, if I'm being honest, I woke up today and this I'm sorry. And this news article is what I woke up to, and I would say it was unbelievable, but with this current administration, it's just like, nothing is unbelievable right now, at least as far as when you first hear it. Um, Now, whether this is going to actually, happen and, everything go according to whatever the plan is, I don't know. But some things you just look at and you just wonder, like, for the day and time that we are in, is this really the thing that was at the forefront? I mean, could we not understand? Could we not read the room? Could we not understand the times a little bit better? Can we not focus up on things that already are at the forefront and an issue, rather than bringing things that, um, I don't know, for lack of a better way of putting it right now, nobody's ever thought of, nobody is thinking of, and nobody needs? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to the news. So, Trump orders reopening of notorious Alcatraz prison. Let me just let that sit right there for just a moment. That's right. You know, this man wants to reopen Alcatraz prison. And as I get into the article, it's going to become clear um, that this is not something that is needed, like, at all. But let's get into it. So, Donald Trump says he is directing his government to reopen and expand Alcatraz, the infamous former prison on an island near San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. In a message on his Truth Social site on Sunday, President Trump said that for too long, America has been plagued by vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders. The reopening of Alcatraz, once notorious as one of the U.S.'s toughest prisons, would serve as a symbol of law, order, and justice, he said. Leading Democrats said the proposal was not a serious one. The maximum security facility, also known as The Rock, was closed in 1963, and it is currently operating as a successful tourist site. Okay. Today, in quotes, I am directing the Bureau of Prisons, together with the Department of Justice, FBI, and Homeland Security, to reopen a substantially enlarged and rebuilt Alcatraz, Trump wrote. The prison would house America's most ruthless and violent offenders. President Trump has been clashing with the courts over his policy of sending alleged gang members to a prison in El Salvador. In March, he sent a group of more than 200 alleged Venezuelan gang members there. He has also talked about sending homegrown criminals to foreign prisons. Homegrown. That's citizens, American citizens. So let me carry on. Alcatraz was originally a naval defense fort, and it was built in the early 20th century as a military prison. The Department of Justice took it over in the 1930s, and it began taking in convicts from the federal prison system. Among its more famous inmates were the notorious gangsters of Al Capone, Mickey Cohen, and George Machine Gun Kelly. The prison was also made famous by the 1962 film Birdman of Alcatraz, starring Burt Lancaster, about the convicted murderer Robert Stroud, who, while serving a life sentence in the prison island, developed an interest in birds and went on to become an expert ornithologist. Okay, ornithologist. That's not that word. Ornithologist. Okay. It was also the site of the 1996 film The Rock, starring Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage, about a former SAS captain and FBI chemist who rescue hostages from Alcatraz Island. The prison closed because it was too expensive to continue operating. According to the Federal Bureau of Prison website, it was nearly 3 times more costly to operate than any other federal prison, largely due to its island location. It would take an enormous amount of money to make Alcatraz into a functioning prison. Professor Gabriel Jack Chen from the Davis School of Law at the University of California told the BBC the federal prison system is actually down about 25% from its peak population, and there are a lot of empty beds. Let's read that again. Let's say that one more time. The federal prison system is actually down about 25% from its peak population, and there are a lot of empty beds in existing prisons, Chen said. So it is not clear if a new one is needed. Alcatraz has a reputation as a tough prison, and Trump is trying to send a message that this administration will be tough on crime, Chen said. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, a California Democrat whose district includes Alcatraz, said the proposal was not a serious one, while the Democratic state senator for San Francisco, Scott Wiener, called the idea deeply unhinged in a post on Instagram and an attack on the rule of law. Um so yeah. There's something that concerned me though as I was reading this. Let me go back up. So where is it? I guess the point, because I wanted to get back to where it kind of triggered this thought. The article kind of triggered a thought in my mind, and I don't see where it was. But the thing is, I don't know. Let me see. I'm still kind of looking for it. So he said the reopening of Alcatraz, right? But and they get down here and they start talking about how expensive it was to operate. And what I was thinking was that he could possibly be thinking that he's going to open another Alcatraz in a different location. So Maybe some other like extremely harsh prison under the name of Alcatraz, maybe even somewhere, near what, right off of water, maybe some sort of man-made island or something like that, and just call it Alcatraz. But it was something that I read that triggered that thought, and I wanted to scroll back up to it, but I cannot find. Here it is. When he says today, I am directing the Bureau of Prisons together with the Department of Justice, FBI, and Homeland Security to reopen a substantially enlarged and rebuilt Alcatraz. So, Alcatraz, I mean, you see the picture, it's on an island. It can only be but so big. I guess it could go up higher if it was in the very same location, but it only has but so much land mass. It's on an island, right? So that's what made me think, oh, possibly he's not really thinking about that same location. Maybe he's just thinking about um, a whole, like he said, a rebuilt, enlarged, um, same type theme, whatever they had going on in Alcatraz that he, deems um, very harsh, I don't know, cruel and unusual, whatever it is that he's thinking. Um, yeah, it just kind of occurred to me that maybe he's looking at another site, and it would be kind of called Alcatraz because, also, like this article said, the maximum security facility, also known as the Rock, was closed in 1963 and is currently operating as a successful tourist site. So, I mean, I suppose you could close down the tourist site and get busy working on rebuilding it for, a new prison. But it's just like that just seemed like an odd combination. So yeah, who knows what's swirling around in the mind of Donald Trump, and who knows. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think about this news? What do you think about these points? What do you think about the things that are going on within our government, and specifically the executive branch today? Whatever it is, put it down in the comments. And I thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Bye, and have a great day, and have a happy Monday and a wonderful Cinco de Mayo.